Okay. Hi Leute, Moose on the Loose hier, euer Offizier für Profit und Handel und ich sitze hier gerade auf dem CIG-Event im Kölner E-Werk mit the man himself, Ben Lesnick.
Thank you.
There he is. I'm just asking him a couple of questions.
Hi.
And hi, just hold the camera please. Das wäre total super. 2 Minuten. Okay, first question coming up.
Already recording?
Yeah, it's already recording.
Yeah, wait.
It's mostly about the audio anyway, so you can just...
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. The first question is regarding organization property. How do you envision shared organization property? How will organizations be able to assign the rights to access ships and equipment that belong to the organization or subdivisions thereof? How will assurances work for shared property, and will members have the possibility to gift ships to their organization? And if not, can they loan their ships to the organization, which in turn can lend them out to other players?
So yes, we are thinking you loan a ship, you gift a ship to an organization if you want that organization to have it permanently.
Yeah.
You can also allow an organization access to your ship with whatever restrictions you specify.
Yeah.
When I'm offline, the organization can use this, or the organization can use this, but I get control. There's going to be some variables you can set.
Okay.
But so yes to both things.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Next question. Is it planned to have an organization building as an HQ that can be used as recruitment center, corporation hangar, and warehouse? And is it also visible to other players for representational purposes, like a special building in, let's say, the ArcCorp environment?
So yes, you'll be hearing a little bit more about that at CitizenCon.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, but way back in the early campaign, people who pledged $10,000 basically got a nightclub.
Yeah.
So we're building, we had to build the tech for that, for property ownership.
Yeah.
And of course, organizations are our biggest thing, so they're the natural next step.
All right. Yeah. Very good. Is it possible to have storage houses and safe houses throughout the galaxy that are owned by the organization? So when we are tactically spread in areas where we plan to operate, so that we have the resources needed to undergo these.
Yes, essentially we'll just have organization hangars. So, there's a hangar owned by an organization.
Okay.
Point.
It's all right.
Busy day.
Yeah, I imagine. Is there going to be an alliance mechanic for organization that goes beyond a non-binding and non-specific agreement to work together?
Yes.
And can organization drop some sort of contract with penalties if the terms of the alliance are not met?
Yeah, we're building, it's actually kind of an outgrowth of our bounty system, but basically a treaty system. So,
yeah.
Right now organization alliances are just on the website. Once they're in the actual game, it's going to be more of a serious thing.
Yeah, okay.
And with some deeper mechanics there too. So if you want to say, okay, no, but you can be in these partner organizations, but if somebody is in this one, they can't be in my organization. We want a lot more rules.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now one for especially German organizations. German organizations are typically restricted to members from one single time zone. However, operating and defending persistent resources might require a significant number of people being online at all times. And will there be ways of protecting persistent resources for limited periods of time when nobody can reasonably expect it to play? Or will European organizations be required to enter alliances with, say, US or Asian organizations?
No, we don't want to have that kind of time zone warfare where if your organization is all in one country, your stuff gets ransacked other days. So we don't know. It's one of those problems we're currently working to solve. NPC defenders is an easy one. But we want to do a little bit more than that. So it's up in the air exactly what we're doing, but we're definitely in our minds.
Let's say alliances with other organizations will be viable as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But we don't want to force you to have an alliance. You should be able to have fun with your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Will it be possible to claim areas in the verse in the name of an organization, so strangers are getting informed that they are passing through, let's say, Kartell territory?
So not at what we're calling launch, but that's definitely down the road.
Okay.
Probably like 1.3 or something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Will it be possible in the near future to define rank systems within the organization completely autonomous? For example, like the amount of ranks you can what's the name, give to your like members, or the look of medals, chevrons, stars, insignia, and badges?
Yeah, that'll be coming in a future org drop.
Yeah. Okay. Reputation system. If one member of an organization breaks the law, what will be the effects on the organization itself, or is there a possibility to avoid consequences by using a secret identity or a sub-organization? And if a member leaves the organization, will it still affect him or the organization where the crime was committed within?
So this is actually a big debate back and forth internally right now, but I think the strongest argument is we don't want to punish the organization for the actions of one person.
Yeah.
Because then you just have this whole gameplay where people try to join in an enemy organization and embarrass them. And, we don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So we're thinking
black sheeps are like everywhere.
Yeah. So it would not be so much of a punishment as it would be sort of a warning.
Yeah.
Like the organization leader would get a report, like this guy's doing this, and it'll appear in your statistics.
Yeah.
You have 7 criminals in your organization. So hopefully it would be more of a holistic thing. People would be able to say, oh, I don't want to join that organization. It's full of jerks.
Yeah.
I can see right here.
Yeah. Okay.
So, basically, I think we want to encourage the organizations to kick the people out.
Yeah.
Causing problems.
Yeah. So that the let's say problem balances itself out.
Yeah, and any system where players get to manage themselves is a huge win.
Okay.
Drink this one.
How would you think the criminal status of individual members of your crew should affect how the UE Navy treats you? And will they only consider the status of like the ship owner or captain, or will they simply attack if there's a sort of a criminal among the crew, even at the risk of harming respectable citizens, or will they rather just demand the criminal to be handed over?
So this one would be more of the opposite. They would go after a ship if it's some famous pirate is the captain and he has a bunch of innocents on board.
Yeah.
They would still go after him.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense in a way, but nice to clear it up. And the last question, jump point mechanic. We've seen really visually impressive concepts of a spaceship traversing a jump corridor, but how do you envision actually locating a formerly unknown jump point? How much work should be involved to do that, and how challenging should it be to traverse the jump for the first time? Will it be near impossible? Because as we all know, if you first jump into a star system that's never been traveled to before, you have like the mechanic to name it. What are your things?
So the biggest challenge I think will be finding a jump point.
Yeah.
Basically, we want to have people work together to do it. I can't spoil too much because we're getting ready to reveal the Endeavour science ship.
Okay.
But you'll see a little bit more about like deep scanning and echolocation and all sorts of stuff they're coming up with for how you actually find a jump point. But that's supposed to be the most difficult point.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to decide, do I want to work with 50 players to try to find a jump point and maybe it's more likely, or do I want to go out there and do it myself and maybe I'll be the one who does it?
Okay.
Traversing it itself should be extremely difficult, but it shouldn't be like a game killer.
Yeah.
You should be a good pilot, but
it will be possible to
yeah.
accomplish it on the first try.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It should be a test of skill, not of luck.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all. Thank
cool.
you so much for your
anytime.
time. And have a good show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wir sehen uns dann.